There are 4 hidden 95 overall players in the Super Bowl promo of Madden 25 Ultimate Team, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you get them, if it's worth it, and everything you gotta know in between. Now, Soul Salted family, and welcome back to another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. Hope you watching this one are having a wonderful start to your day. Hope you have an unbelievable weekend coming up, and without further ado, let's get it started. Now, these players are classified by EA Sports as mystery Super Bowl players, and as I'm assuming a lot of you guys have seen on Twitter or in my video yesterday, they are 78 overall cards. There's a quarterback, there's a cornerback, a left outside linebacker, and a running back. Now, if we take this quarterback card as an example, the first couple of sentences of the description are a lot of jargon when it comes to X factors, when it comes to abilities, but the simple part of these cards is the fact that on the 11th of February, they are going to be upgrading to Super Bowl trophy champions. They're going to be going to 95 overall players. That's basically what that means. Now, beyond that, there's some interesting stuff when it comes to abilities. There's some interesting stuff when it comes to X factors. We're going to focus on that a little bit later in this video. Let's go through the simple stuff first. Now, how do you get these players? Well, there's 2 different ways you can go about acquiring these cards. The first one is going to be by actually pulling these 78 overall cards. If we go through here and we take a look at the Super Bowl program, if I look at any pack in the store that is Super Bowl related, as you can see in the description, it says not only are you going to be getting your 85 plus Super Bowl cards, your 83 plus cards, but every single Super Bowl player slot has the chance to be one of these mystery cards. Now, that's going to be applicable in the packs. That's going to be applicable in the training reroll. As you guys can see, it says it right here. If you guys want to go through and you want to potentially pull these cards, I would say the reroll is probably your best bet. The reroll and the special offers. The opportunity pack right here is a solid offer if you guys are spending points, but if you want to just go through, roll, and try and pull these cards, I would say this offer is probably your best bet. Now, is it truly worth it? I don't necessarily think so. If you're buying training at a 3 CPT, which is what most people are going to be buying at, that's 26k per pack right here. You basically need to pull an 89 overall to break even. If you pull an 85, you lose coins right here. I don't necessarily think that rerolls are worth it. They haven't been super worth it in any of the programs in Madden Ultimate Team so far this year. And honestly, it doesn't look like this is going to be the first time that a reroll is worth it. I've taken a look at this. I've tried rolling it a bunch off camera. Haven't really been close to break even. Theoretically, though, if you're close to break even, you can keep opening over and over and over again until you eventually hit with the mystery player. But it's just not going to be the case with this roll. I kind of recommend avoiding it if this is what you're trying to do in order to get mystery cards. Now, the second option when it comes to getting these players is actually buying them on the auction block. And this to me is very, very intriguing, because if we look at the prices of these 78 overall players, I'm going to predict who they are a little bit later in this video. But if we look at the prices of these 78 overall cards, you're going to see that they are much less expensive than the 95 overall champions. Theoretically, this 78 overall mystery pick artist card right here at 250k is the equivalent of a 95 overall player. And if we were looking at 95 overall Super Bowl champions right now, well, they sell for a lot more than 250k. So going through and buying these cards, it doesn't seem like a horrible idea. Obviously, the issue with doing this is the fact that you have to wait 2 weeks before they turn into 95 overall players, but I'm intrigued with buying these players, holding on to them as kind of an investment, and I feel like if you're able to go through and buy these 78 overall cards at 200k, that's my number. If you find these cards at 200,000 coins, I think they are worth it, because number one, I think that realistically, when these champions end up hatching or becoming 95 overall players, these cards are going to sell for more than 200,000 coins. They're going to sell for more than 300,000 coins. Look at any program in Madden 25 Ultimate Team. Have the champions ever sold for less than 200k? I don't think so. So I think if you're going through here and buying these cards at that reduced price of even 250k, it's not a horrible deal at all. Now, before I reveal to you what each of these players is, because honestly, once you know the cards, you're more likely to make an informed decision when it comes to what player you're going to pick up, because if there's a player that's just not that dope, well, you're probably not going to want to spend all these coins and wait all this time in order for your player to kind of hatch. Before we talk about that, though, let's talk Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl is very, very soon, and Underdog Fantasy is starting to cook already. Number one, Travis Kelce's line is set to 0.5 yards for any new signup that puts in the code SWIFT. Number two, I got word from Mr. Sam, my boss, that we're going to be getting discounts, profit boosts, and gimme picks all of next week. So if you watching this video want to sign up with code SWIFT before all that stuff comes into action, be sure you click the link in the description and download the app today. Once you do so, put in my code, the code SWIFT, Swift, that gets you the Travis Kelce line, that supports the channel, that keeps you up to date with any of the specials that are coming before Super Bowl Sunday. Okay, now let's reveal what I believe is going to be inside of each of these players. We'll start it off with the left outside linebacker. The name of this card is Mystery MVP, and I know the most recent outside linebacker who was an MVP. It was Von Miller a couple of years back for the Denver Broncos, Super Bowl MVP. I think this card is going to be Von Miller. Right now, as a 78, he's got 81 speed. He's got solid block shed, power move, and finesse move. You would have to think this is going to be a very fast card. He's going to have good block shed, power move, finesse move. I think this could be a very, very good player. Next up, when it comes to the quarterback, the player that I am predicting and the player that Leaks has predicted as well as mystery gunslinger is Tom Brady. Now, we'll have to see if that's correct. This card obviously is a little bit slow, 76 speed, not super quick. And what people are saying over on Twitter is that this one is going to be Tom Brady. I absolutely could be wrong on these predictions, but this is what I've heard on Twitter as kind of a consensus from the community, as well as what Leaks has kind of leaked. They're not necessarily sure, but these are some solid estimates, I would say. Card number 3, the cornerback mystery pick artist. This one is believed to be Ty Law. Ty Law, not the tallest of corners. He's going to be fast. The coverage stats will be good. He's not going to be super, super tall. I think that could be a solid card. Will it be amazing? I'm not sure. I mean, he's a corner. He's going to be about 5'11". I believe Ty Law is maybe 6 foot, so not super tall. Could be good, though. And then finally, for the running back, the card that people think this is going to be Marcus Allen. I think this one could be really good. I think Marcus Allen is always a very, very nice card in Madden Ultimate Team. He's got really good speed. The catching isn't amazing, but he's going to be fast. He's not like super small. Marcus Allen, a couple of years back when he got that legend card off rip, was the best card in Madden by a mile. Marcus Allen cards, they play well in Madden Ultimate Team. I think the Marcus Allen and honestly the Von Miller are the two that I think might play the best. Now, obviously, it's kind of up to you guys as to what player you think would be best in game, but once you make that decision, if you see one of these cards at 200k, I think that's actually a super solid deal. Now, there's also a final element to these players. As you guys can see, there's different colors of these cards, and the different colors mean different things. If we take a look at the green color right here, there's going to be a different description when it comes to each of these. So this green color card, as an example, says a mystery trophy X Factor champion. This one basically means that the X Factor of this card is going to start on, and depending which color player you get, that's going to associate with some different ability. This purple one, as an example, is the mystery trophy Juggernaut champion. Tons of baked on super discounts, but will cost a lot of AP, and abilities can be taken off / switched. Now, I'm going to go through and talk about which color card is going to be the best. The blue one right now, as an example, is the mystery trophy discount champion, 2 tier 2 discounted and 1 tier 3 discounted ability bucket. That's obviously very, very good. That's why the blue is a little bit more expensive. And then finally, the orange is the most expensive right here. The orange one is the mystery trophy champ. It says 3 times every NFL team bucket, but only has 1 tier 2 discount ability bucket. Honestly, to me, from what I read right there, I think the blue might be the most overpowered. Obviously, whenever you get your card, you can still swap them between these. They're not going to be locked into your binder, but I think this mystery player stuff is very, very interesting. I'm in on buying these cards at like 200,000 coins. It feels like a really, really good deal. You're basically getting a 95. Obviously, you got to wait until the 11th, which is still about 10 days away from now, but these cards at 200k, I love the deal, dude. And yeah, I think me personally, I am absolutely going to be buying a couple of these cards. I would recommend you do so as well. If you got the coins, it's probably worth holding on to these from an investment perspective and from the perspective of just getting these cards on your team. These are basically 95s that are selling for 500,000 coins less than the 95 overall players are going for right now. I love the deal. I love the value, and I think there's definitely some intrigue here. It's probably better to buy these cards on the block than to try and pull them. Obviously, you can also earn these cards from the Super Bowl run event. I'll talk about that a little bit later, though, in a future video. If you guys enjoyed this one, you found this explanation helpful, be sure to scroll down and drop a like. I'm going to go more in depth on the discounted abilities and all that stuff when it comes to colors of cards in the future, so stay on the lookout for that. And until next time, I'm out. Love y'all. See ya. Peace.